Hello, I'm Beth Casey, and I'm with Caravita Senior Care Management. We provide management to assisted living communities, and we provide home-based care. And I want to talk to you today a little bit about the reopening that we're very excited about that's going to be occurring in assisted living. We have been given guidelines from the Department of Community Health, and the Community Health Department has determined the phases that the community has to be in to allow limited indoor visitation. Let me quickly go over the phases. Phase 1 is when the positive rate of cases in your county is greater than 10%. Phase 2 is when that rate is within 5 to 10%. And phase 3 is when it's less than 5%. In order to do limited indoor visitation, you can be in either phase 2 or 3, depending on what the community that your family member resides in wants to do. And additionally, there must be baseline testing of all the employees and the residents, as well as no positive cases of COVID amongst residents or the staff within the last 14 days. The Department of Public Health is requiring that each community develop its policies and protocols, and they share them with the families and loved ones for these visits. And there will be individual differences based on communities, dependent really on the amount of staff that's available for observation of these visits, because each of the visits has to be observed by a staff member. And that doesn't mean they're going to get into your private conversations, but they need to make sure that you're using proper what we call source control or infection control principles of wearing your mask, not excessively touching your mask, make sure that you're maintaining 6 feet of distance, and that you don't bring in food and drink and you're taking your mask on and off. Additionally, that you're going directly to the visit, not interacting with any other residents in the community and exiting the community. So how does this get started? Once your assisted living community contacts you, they will let you know what their protocols are. They will let you know how many visitors can sign up for visitation time. And many of the communities will offer multiple times, 7 days a week in blocks of time that you can come in. The communities will ask that you respect that time, because if you're late, it's going to infringe on another family. And you have to realize we can't have families in at all times because we have to have staff to observe. That's why blocks of time are important, and it's important for you to adhere to these scheduled times. Once you come to the community, you want to make sure that you have a clean face mask. Many of you have been many places. You may have even worked in your yard. So what you want to do is alcohol-based hand sanitize, place on a clean mask, and then you can enter to the registration area that's been designated by the community. The community prior, when they're scheduling, will let you know how many visitors can come, and they'll also let you know that if you bring a pet or you have a child under the age of 12, that they must be accompanied by the visit. Once you enter the registration area, you will be required to have your temperature taken, and it must be less than 100.4. You will then be asked if you've had any signs and symptoms, or if you've been exposed to someone with COVID within the last 14 days. We will ask for your most current contact information, and also ask that you let us know if you test positive for COVID within the next 14 days. At that point, you will hand-based sanitize again, and a staff will escort you to the designated area of the visit. In some cases, it'll be a designated area in the community, and others, it could be your loved one's room. When you're going there, you will not interact with anyone else, and when you're in the visit, you will maintain strict 6 feet of distance. No hugging, no kissing. We'd love for that to happen, but right now we're really not allowed. This has been a very sterile environment that we've kept your loved ones in, and we want to maintain that so that we can continue to combat this COVID virus. At the end of your visit, you'll be escorted out. You will then hand-based sanitize again, and you will leave the community. Now I'm going to show you how you can look at the positivity rates by sharing my screen. The way that you will get to this is you will simply type into Google Georgia positivity rates by county, or if you're computer savvy, you will enter this URL address that you see shown on the screen, which is dph.georgia.gov/COVID-19-daily-status-report. You will scroll down the screen past the overall rates for Georgia, and you'll go to the Georgia cases by county. You will then click testing. Once you click testing, you'll hover over your county, such as I've done for Fulton County, and you will see that that positivity rate for the last 2 weeks has been below 3.7%, which means they're in phase 3. They're allowed to have all types of visitation and also the limited visitation inside. What I'd like to show you in closing is the appropriate way to do hand-based sanitizing. You will simply place the hand sanitizer in your palm. You will rub your hands back and forth in between the webs of your fingers to get them all clean and underneath your jewelry, over and under, for 20 seconds. At the end of that, you will grab your mask. You will take your mask, get it oriented to where the top is, place it over your nose and your ears without touching the mask, except for to probably pinch the nose piece that may be existing on the mask. Throughout the visit, you do not want to touch the mask with your hands, but if you do have to reposition, use your alcohol hand-based sanitizer. We're very excited about these visits that you're going to be able to have with your loved one, and we welcome you to have interchange with your senior living communities about the parameters and their protocols for these visits. God bless you, and I look forward to you interacting with your loved ones.